Hello, everyone. How are we doing tonight? Let me adjust my microphone here. There we go. How's everyone doing? Hello, hello. Welcome to the live stream. It's good to see you all. Lawrence, it's good to see you. I saw your craft in the crafts channel of the Discord, so I will for sure be testing yours. We've got, I think, 5 or 6 different users submitting crafts tonight. So we're going to start out with the, I believe this is called the Hermes IV. And this one was submitted by Excalibur Aerospace, so it is like a big interplanetary ship, like a very large ship. So we're gonna go ahead and give it a run for its money, see what it's got. Hello, welcome. Yes, I'm testing your craft right now, actually. Let's let this thing load. Give it a second. I'm doing pretty well. I hope you guys are all doing well. So we've got what do we have? These are big, really big ion thrusters here. And we got some like light ring with a big mirror. That looks really cool. Does it have? Let's see what its action groups say. Ooh, that's loud. Hold on. We're gonna turn the audio down. Deploy the solar panels. Maybe zoom out so we're not so close to it as it deploys. Okay, main ion engines are on. Ooh, yeah, they've got some thrust. Those are some powerful engines. All right, so we've got a lot of engine power here. Let's put us on a course to the moon. That's easy enough. We can do that pretty easily. Let's see. Can we still send crafts in the server? Yes, you can. No guarantee that I'll get to anything that has been submitted post the stream starting, but if there is time, I will get to them. Slider 2 deploys the main panels. Okay, good to know. So let's slide down slider 2, see what happens. Slide up slider 2. I think that deployed him. Yeah, that's deploying him. Okay, yeah, they're deploying. You can see them deploy there. Okay, let's lock prograde. We can see this thing flip around here. But it's oriented backwards for some reason, so we're going to lock retrograde. See if we can flip around so it's pointing the right way. Let's just time warp times 10. There we go. Okay, so we're pointing the right way now. Which is backwards. We're burning backwards, but these ion thrusters, they've got the power to get the job done. I'm going to turn down the game volume a little bit more. That is super loud to me. I don't know how loud that is to you guys. Oh, we might be going a little too fast now. Let's dial that back a little bit. And there's our intercept. Let's just warp to it. Flick around here. Yes, I did get the updated lander link in the chat. So I did get it. And I believe this is the one. I think I grabbed the right one. I grabbed the newer one. We're going to point retrograde. Right? No, point prograde because I want to go retrograde. Put us in orbit around the moon. Yeah, I like the detail on this. I really like all just the different parts, the designs. I like the high emission parts used here for the lights. I think those look really good. So yeah, overall, I like it a lot. Let's see if we can put ourselves in orbit. There we go. Lower that orbit. And we'll just watch it coast on down towards the moon. Just like that. Beautiful. Look at that pass. All right. The Hermes IV, I like it a lot. Looks like you put a lot of effort into this, and I really respect that. I like the amount of effort and detail that I'm seeing here. It looks really cool. So yeah, thank you for submitting it. I'm going to go ahead and move on to the next one, but that definitely is a 5-star craft in my end. So who's the next one? Oh, that's right. We had the VTOL bus submitted by Activate Windows. So let's go ahead and give his a try. Once it loads. All right, we'll load his bus, his vertical takeoff and landing bus. Oh, so it's like literally just a it's just a bus with jet engines on the sides. Okay, is there anything I need to know about this? Like control? Let's learn as we go. Let's learn how to fly this as we go. I don't know how this is going to handle. I'm sure it'll be fine. Oh, activate Windows. You are just in time to watch your bus get tested. Let's test it out on... We'll do runway 13 at the Drew Space Center. We'll test it there. See what it's got. Once it loads. Any second now. Here it comes. Alright, it is bus time. And I'm just going to go for it. Is it going to just like lift right off the ground? Do I need to... Not quite getting as much a lift as I thought I would. Huh, so if I... Okay, so that controls the doors. Slider 2 is doing something here. Forward engines. Upward engines. Here we go. Oh yeah. We're getting some thrust now. And we hit the ground. Let's try that again. Let's try that again. I didn't really understand what I was doing initially, so that's not a fair attempt. Yep, I'm seeing the activation groups now. It helps if you know what the activation groups are for the thing you're working on. Okay, so we've got forward engines. We've got upward engines. Maybe if I lock my heading like that, then throttle up. Oh, different problem now. And it's dead. Yeah, use lock heading. Okay, do I need a lock heading like forwards? Because when I just hit lock heading, it locked vertically. So it tells me the cockpit's oriented vertically. But do I need a lock heading forwards to make it fly? Let's see. Command chip. Yep. Is this the primary? Yeah, it should be the primary. Enable gyros. Okay. I thought I had them enabled. Maybe I didn't hit it. Let's check again. Make sure that I had them. Once it loads. Controls like a drone. Well, I don't really know how to control a drone in SimpleRockets, but I will... Oh, did we not despawn the other exploding bus? Maybe we didn't. Okay. Activation groups, we have gyroscopes, upward engines, forward engines, lights. Everything's on. There aren't any solar panels? Okay. There aren't any landing gear? Okay. Alright, let's lock heading. Okay. We've locked heading. And we're flipping. Gyroscopes are on that time. Let's relaunch it. Let's just relaunch it. Da, 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 da. Yep, so we locked heading, gyroscopes are on, all the engines were on, everything should have worked. Ooh, lag. Okay, there we go. Forward engines, gyroscopes, upward engines. Maybe turn forward engines off? Maybe that's what's kicking us off? Yeah, disable forward engines? Okay. Okay, now we're going to throttle up. Oh, oh. Oh, okay, we're off the ground. We're in, like, controlled flight here. Can I yaw? Okay, alright, we're getting the hang of this. Hold on. Need to level off my flight. Very formal. Well, it is a Sunday, and I can dress up if I want to. It's hardly formal. It's just a sweater and not a t-shirt. I'm just not wearing a t-shirt, so that's hardly formal. All right, let's throttle up. Try and cancel our velocity out. Okay, we're getting the hang of this. Okay, so A and D rolls us. Q and E yaw. Got it. Got it. Brakes, 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 brakes. Stop, stop, stop. Oh! Is that a controlled touchdown? Do we have a little... Alright, we're gonna get some altitude first. And see if we can't do something a little bit more elegant than just bounce around the Drew Space Center. Uh-oh. Stop spinning, please. Stop spinning. Landing gear. Yes, I do have landing gear at my disposal. Alright, we're gonna fly this way. Okay, here we go. No, this is just a sweater. I mean, it's like a nice-ish sweater. Yeah, this is the wackiest crap. I'm surprised, actually, now that we're going, it's flying very smoothly. You just have to get it going. So we've got landing gear. Yeah, we do have landing gear, so we'll deploy those on our next landing attempt. Let's pitch down and just fly. Let's just fly forwards. Alright, throttle down. Let's see if we can land it here. I'm going to throttle down. We're going to try and kill our lateral velocity. Okay. Almost all of our lateral velocity is gone. Now I'm just trying to bring it in for the descent. We're stable now, 52 meters per second and falling. Not too bad, not too bad. Okay, 48. We're slowly decelerating here. I'm try and keep pointed at my velocity vector. Can I lock it prograde? Is that going to break? No, it seems to be allowing me to lock it prograde. Okay, so we're falling. We're falling, but this is a controlled hover descent now that we're performing. I'm going to go ahead and throttle down a little bit more. Because we've got 2,000 meters to fall. Okay, landing gear are deployed. Let's turn our lights on. Oop, 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 oop. We slow down too much. Quick save and do a flip. I actually want to land this. I'm going to land this. If I don't land it, it's okay. This is still going very well. Okay. Throttle up, throttle up, throttle up. We're coming down at a steady 24 meters and slowly decelerating, so that tells me that we're at least controlling our speed well enough here. We're almost down. We're almost down. 18, 17, 16, 15. Oh, this might be a perfect landing, actually. 13, 12, 11, 10. Bounce. Oh, oh, oh. Bounced a little bit. Bounced a little bit. And we landed a VTOL bus. The landing gear sucked, though. No offense. It's the stock landing gear that sucks. Yeah, hello and what? So this... You may be wondering, why does that bus have a bunch of jet engines attached to the top? Well, don't worry about it. But it works. It works very, very well. It's a hovercraft, a VTOL capable bus. So let's lock heading again. Let's throttle up. Go ahead and lift off here with our bus. And we're gonna pitch forward and let's point us back towards the Drew Space Center. Any landing you can walk away from. That wasn't just a landing you could walk away from. We successfully put that down. Oh, the gyroscopes are struggling to control it. Struggling to control it. Come on. Come on. Come on. There we go. There we go. Okay, we're just trying to get us on a path back to the Drew Space Center. Yeah, pistons are superior to stock landing legs for sure, or honestly just like static parts, like a strut. A single strut is superior to the stock landing legs. I don't know why the stock landing legs are so broken, but they are very broken. Yeah, so there is even a very nice looking inside. Do we have cameras for it? No. But there is an interior to this vehicle. Okay, we are over the Drew Space Center now. I'm going to throttle up. Try and kill my lateral velocity here. How long can this thing fly? Probably not a whole lot longer. We're down to 40% fuel, so we are burning gas. Okay, oh, look at that. Look at that. Alright, I'm going to put us on a retrograde path. And we are descending. Slightly accelerating. Let's decelerate here. 72. Press. Oh, gotcha. Here we are. We are inside the cockpit now. I'm going to throttle up. Actually, I want to see... Oh, wait. Nope. Switchcraft at the wrong time. No! Oh, no. All right, here's the flip you asked for. And... I mean, the engines fell off, but I'm pretty sure this would drive if we got it. No, we're missing a wheel. Okay. That was a ton of fun, actually. That was a lot more fun than it probably had any business being fun. Yeah, so it did have a cock. You could switch to the first person of the guy. But hey, that was actually very interesting to play around with. I enjoyed that a lot. So that is in the Discord, in the Crafts channel, if you want to play with it. It is the Crazy VTOL Bus by Activate Windows. You can find it in my Discord. and I highly recommend you guys go ahead and check it out because that was silly and very enjoyable. But we are moving on to something a little bit more serious, a little bit more serious. An actual rocket. We're gonna play an actual rocket this time. Yeah, rip the passengers. That was a. I mean, the bus structurally survived, but I doubt anyone actually survived that. But before we launch this rocket, I'm actually gonna go to the main menu real quick because I think there's some debris around the space center that is like causing some big lag spikes. Yeah, well, we killed some people for sure on that landing. That was unfortunate. I accidentally switched because there was another craft on the ground that I accidentally switched to, and it when I switched to it, switched to the control scheme, and that seemed to put an end to them. Okay, yeah, so we've got to delete like all this stuff that's still on the ground. The VTOL bus parts, those need to go. That needs to go. We're just cleaning up the landing site before we launch something new. No, I didn't want to resume it. Oh no. Whoops. All right, so we're gonna resume it now. What country do I live in? I live in the United States. I am a United States citizen. Is there a way to clear debris in SimpleRockets 2? Yes, that's what I'm working on. Oh my goodness. So that's why my game's lagging is there's like a million tiny little pieces. Okay, let's we can watch our guy here. Let's see if I can't camera. Slow down. Can I slow down? Can I slow down at all? Nope. Oh, it's fine. They're indestructible. Okay. Map maybe? I can destroy him. I can destroy debris in the map too. Man, this is really slowing the game down. I've got like a billion things in render distance, and it is just too much for the game to handle. Oh no, this might crash. Come on. Oh no, I didn't want to go away. Not the docking HUD. Okay. Let's see. No, I mean we can delete this, which that'll help. I don't see. Okay, so we can't target the debris from that menu. Love, love, love your videos. Thank you, Call of Duty World. Appreciate it. It's good to see you back in the stream. I've noticed your username pop up like I don't know 3 or 4 streams now, so it's good to see you again. Wait, can astronauts die in the game? You can destroy them. Like, I'll show you. I'll show you here in a minute. Is you can select an astronaut like you'd select a part, and then click the self-destruct button. That is something you can do, but you can't. Yeah, I bet there's an error. It's literally trash. Yep. Okay, that's fine. Delete it. Here's our guy. No, Why are you doing this game? Please stop. Please stop. Only by explosions. Yeah, you can explode them, and I think you can explode them directly, or if they break like parts during an explosion, but they don't. They don't die if they crash into things really hard. Why? Here, and then that, and then boom, living fireworks there. So you can destroy those guys. Able to execute a Dreadnought? Yes. Actually, that's a good question. Can we shoot an astronaut? I wonder if we could shoot an astronaut, if that would work. Because there's I have a mod that has like weapon parts. Velocity 158 meters per second. That's probably not right. Delete. Okay. Okay, we've gotten rid of all of that stuff. Let's go to the launch pad. Select the launch pad. We're going to launch this actual rocket now. Launch craft, please. Yes. Yeah, the astronauts are. They're not too bad. They're not too bad. You run into some issues with like collision modeling and the meshes. They're not broken, but just not quite there, not quite accurate. Here we go. All right, we're loading up the Delta 4. I cleared out that trash. There we go. Okay, the game is way less laggy. It's still a little laggy because this craft is super part heavy. Activation group 9. Where do we want to go? Do we want to just go to orbit? We could go to Brigo or we could go to Luna. Let's go to Brigo. Make sure it's above 10,000. We'll do 20,000 for the periapsis, and let's do 25,000 for the apoapsis. We'll do an inclination of 45 degrees. Yes. Launch time 13:49:04. Okay. So if I time warp. Oh, this has a little launch window calculator too. This Delta 4 is. This has all the bells and whistles. All right, so we're going to time warp now. 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Oh, we're going to have a nice early morning launch, it looks like. 27 minutes, 26, 25, 24, 12, 10 minutes, 9, 8 minutes. All right, we're going to have a proper countdown here. Ooh, my frame rate is... Oh, my frame rate. Oh, poor frame rate. Poor frame rate. Okay, let's just try and get it off the launch pad. Once we're off the launch pad, my frame rate will fix itself, but there's a lot of parts on this craft, man. I get it. Lots of part crafts look cool. Sure, I get it. I really do. And like if you've got the time and you've got a machine that can run it, a 50,000 part craft is really cool to look at. The problem with these super part intensive crafts is they kill computers. Like, I have a decent rig, and this is taxing. All right, here we go. We're at 20 seconds. We'll let that tick down. I'll read your comments while we wait for that. Let's see. What's your opinion on the development of the Starship Super Heavy? I'm very excited for it. I'm really excited to see the Starship Super Heavy actually lift off. It doesn't surprise me, all the delays and stuff we've been seeing with the FAA and everything, because they're just trying to make sure that everything's ready to go for it. All right, here we go. Our rocket is lifting off. This is fully autonomous. I am hands-free for this flight. It is already rolling over, again, without my input. Jacob Daniel, I've got to go fix more pipes. Won't be back in time. Bye. You have a good night, dude. Take care. I like the launch timer. Yeah, the launch timer is very nice. I don't really get how to make programs for SimpleRockets. So there's the Visi programming system is pretty easy. Pretty easy to get a hold of. It's like really low complexity. But you do have to have some coding experience, or at least like conceptually understand how a computer runs code. But you don't need a ton of experience. Like, you could pick it up pretty quick. I would start by just messing around with it. I did do a couple of videos. I'm going to do a few more videos in my Visi for Dummies playlist. I might want to disable mods. Yeah, it might be an issue. It doesn't look like it's been an issue so far. And I think I disabled my engine mod, so the only mod that I should be running right now is the weapons mod. But yeah, if you're trying to learn Visi, it's not too bad. It really isn't too bad. So like, I'm not an expert at Visi at all. I have some general programming experience. I'm a nuclear engineer by trade, And so, you know, in engineering, you kind of pick up programming skills by default. Um, and so Visi wasn't too difficult for me to figure out, but I'm serious. It doesn't take that much effort. Yes, this is the Delta IV Heavy, and it was submitted by Chaotic Graviton, and it is gorgeous, but it kills my machine. We're running a normal-ish frame rate now. Now that we're down to just the core stage, and that we are out of the atmosphere, away from the ground. Oh, you're right. Those are stock engine overhaul plumes. I must not have deleted those or turned it off. It's fine though. It's not going to impact performance that much. Because like if you have a stock engine in stock engine overhaul, the only thing it changes is the skin. Like his engine, you can tell his engine isn't broken here. So yeah, so I am a naval nuclear engineer. I'm a naval officer. That's my day job. I work on reactors. I'm currently going through some of the training pipelines right now, but that's what I do. So actually, one of the things that I've been working on, I posted a community post on it, and I shared the link in the SimpleRockets chat. But I actually, in Visi, modeled a basic nuclear reactor. A very I modeled a nuclear reactor in Visi. It's very basic and takes a lot of liberties and assumptions to make it work. Stock engine overhaul plume. Yes, the color of that plume is not a stock plume, not a base game plume. Where are we in orbit? Is this supposed to be burning right now? Did the script fail? Hello? I feel like it's supposed to be doing something. Is that why they like look nicer? Maybe a little bit. Yeah, the color and the color is a little different, but the actual like mechanism for the plume is not that much different. How much weight can this rocket put into orbit? I don't know. This isn't my rocket. I don't know much about it. We're just testing it. It's not doing anything. Should it be? No, the pitch controls are locked. All my controls are locked for that matter. Okay, so this is just doing its thing. All right. So, huh. How strange. We're re-entering the atmosphere now. It has an actual payload. This thing weighs 27,000 tons. So I assume it can put a 27, or not 27,000 tons, 27 tons. I assume it can put that into orbit. We're going to go ahead and, well, yeah, I guess at the very least we can watch this re-enter. I don't know what's supposed to be happening here. It didn't do it, like it got up and then didn't do anything. I need to disable mods. Mods shouldn't have impacted this one. Here, we'll watch this re-enter and then I'll go look at my mod list, but it shouldn't have impacted this. We're gonna start seeing some explosions? Yeah, we're gonna start seeing some explosions. Coming down pretty quick now. It's Zuma all over again. Yeah, very funny. Yeah, the Russians not keeping track of their stuff once again. That doesn't surprise anyone that the Russians or the Chinese would be carelessly launching stuff. Okay, so no crazy reentry effects. That's fine. Undo and exit. Check Discord DMs. I'm not checking Discord DMs in the middle of a live stream. All right, hold on. Oh, that's right. And you're telling me you didn't put a battery in one of the upper stage? Who doesn't put a battery in one of the upper stages? Mods, disable. Yeah, we're gonna have to restart the game. Okay, I'm gonna restart the game real quick. So we're gonna exit this. So this is going to go away. Don't panic. It's supposed to go away. Once it closes, please. Please close. Oh, well, while we're here, I forgot this has to be refreshed. Your chats haven't been showing up on screen. My apologies, everyone. Hold on. Let me refresh this little chat box while we wait for the game to restart. Once it does. Come on. Refresh, please. No? Why are you not? There we go. Okay. Let's go to Steam and pop this bad boy back open. As soon as... All right, there we go. Finally, this the streaming, the broadcasting software that I use for these streams, just uses. It doesn't use too much RAM, but it uses just enough RAM that I have to be a little bit more patient with my computer. But while we're waiting, hello everyone. How are we doing tonight? Let's read through some chats. Mr. Melancholy, I'm excited for when SimpleRockets 2 gets more traction. We can get the amount of player input, the solar systems, and mods that KSP gets. Yeah, we've actually got a lot of like user created crafts. We've got a lot of those. We have a lot of the solar systems. Like with the Planet Studio, there's a ton of user created solar systems. The thing that we keep or that we don't have a lot of is mods. We have some mods, but modding has there is a high what's the word? There is a high level of skill required to begin to mod a game. And so not a lot there just aren't that many players with that level of skill. Like maybe let's say the top 0.1% of people are have the skill set and have the desire to do mods for video games, right? So it's 0.1%. So if you've got 1,000 people, that's 10 people, or no, that's one person. Hold on, if you had 100 people, 1% would be one. So if you had 1,000 people, 1% would be 10. Yeah, so the top, 0.1%, 0.1% of people would be one person in 1,000. And SimpleRockets 2 has a player base on the scale of like 10 to 30,000, maybe more, maybe 30 to 50,000, but it's not a lot. There aren't a ton of players in SimpleRockets 2. It's a decent community, but it's not as big, not as widespread as Kerbal Space Program. At least not yet. So there is, yeah, it's no surprise that there are a dozen modders for SimpleRockets 2, maybe. Yeah, career mode, campaign mode, I'm very excited for. I think campaign mode is going to be a big piece of the puzzle for SimpleRockets 2 to be a complete game. It's good as it is, and I think compared to Kerbal Space Program, like if you had Kerbal Space Program without the campaign, and you had SimpleRockets 2 side by side, SimpleRockets 2 wins every day. Every day it wins. But the campaign mode adds a lot of structure to a game, and like a totally open sandbox is a ton of fun, but you have to be very, I think, intelligent to be able to use a totally open sandbox. Like very intelligent, way above average intelligent. Like even I struggle to think of things to do in a totally open sandbox. What's the criteria for you testing a vehicle? If it's in the crafts channel of my Discord, I will test it. That's the deal. And I was contacted by the builder of that rocket, whose rocket continues to crash my games. You know what? I think we're gonna have to give up on it because this is just not working at all. Yep, Chaotic Graviton has crashed my game twice now. Okay, all right, we're gonna have to move on. That is not broken, but it's killing my game here. Let's close it again. Open SimpleRockets 2 again. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness, you're killing me, Smalls. You're killing me. Excalibur predicts campaign modes coming out June 16th. I think that's early. From what I've heard from the devs, I would think August, mid-August at the earliest is, I think, a little bit more reasonable. Yeah, I disabled the mods and then I was trying to re-download the craft. It wasn't re-downloading. That was the problem. I was literally sitting there. I recopied the link. It was here. Let's give it one more shot. Now that we're loaded up here. Okay, there we go. Now it's downloading. Come on, come on, come on, come on. Come on, do it. It says loading. Oh no. Oh no, we got the circle of death. Loading wheel. There we go. All right, we're gonna launch it. We're gonna get this thing off the launch pad. Give it a real run for its money. It's beautiful, but it kills my computer every time. Actually, what's funny is I've flown this craft before, and I didn't have mods disabled then, so I never noticed that there was an issue when there was mods enabled. We're just gonna go to Drew. Let's do a 200,000 kilometer by 220,000 kilometer orbit, 15 degrees inclination. Yes. Okay. Yes. There we go. I don't know why we're waiting 10 hours. That's fine. Let's time warp to launch. Get rid of the mass sim. I'm not getting rid of the mass sim. It's fine. It'll get there. 4, 3, 2, 1 hour. Less than an hour. 40 minutes, 30 minutes, 20 minutes, 10 minutes. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, we're 20 seconds to launch. It should, yeah. We're just going to Drew. I would assume that it can get to orbit with a test mass on it. The countdown. Are you talking about the countdown on the screen right now? The 3, 2, 1. That countdown. Nova, is that what you're talking about? All right, we're off. I'm gonna zoom out. We'll watch this from afar. We are just catching the break of dawn here at this launch. Anyway, so what we were talking about with the campaign mode, right? Yeah, so I think August, it sounds like they finished up Simple Planes VR right before the holiday break, and then took a couple of weeks off as a team, and they're coming back now, and they're going to start busting out the campaign mode this year. So I would assume they're working on it probably right now. Yeah, it's the countdown for the rocket. There we go. Now we've got that stock engine plume going. And as far as I understand it, I don't think they have had any like serious structure done up until now. Like they're just now starting to work on it. Maybe they've worked on some of the infrastructure for it. Maybe they've like kind of worked on the framework but haven't worked on implementing it yet. It's going to take, I would guess, at least 4 or 5 months for them to get close to releasing it. I would say maybe it betas in July, late July, but I don't see it being released till August. So that's my take on it. We'll see if I'm right or not. We've got an actual record of me saying that that's when I think it'll be out, so you guys can tell me I'm wrong if I'm wrong. Oh, look at that beautiful, beautiful sunrise. We're going to time warp forward a little bit. side boosters are separated and away. Beautiful so far. This flight is going very well. We are on our way to orbit. All right. Are we on our 15-degree inclination? I believe we are. Yeah, shock diamonds are inefficient. Yeah. You're always going to see shock diamonds. With a well-optimized engine, you're always going to see shock diamonds initially. Because a well-optimized engine, like at launch, you're going to see shock diamonds because if you've got an atmospheric engine optimized properly, it's going to have like its optimal performance right at about like 10 kilometers or so. It's a little bit after you launch that you're actually looking at your like primary performance for those engines. Do I think campaign mode is going to come out in parts or one big update? I think we're going to see a big initial update and then a series of smaller updates to it after that. Sometimes it causes the screen to shake when launched. Actually, that is a setting you can alter. It doesn't have anything to do with the shock diamonds. You can have screen shake on launch enabled or disabled, so it doesn't matter if you have shock diamonds. I don't even think it matters if you use a rocket engine. Alright, this flight is going much nicer. Let's go ahead and time warp us a little bit here. This is a long burn, and then we're going to move on to the next vehicle. Alright, looking good. I love the attention to detail with everything on this thing. Alright, we are circularizing. 2 minutes. 1 minute. 30 seconds. 20. 10. Alright, she's going to circularize our orbit now. And then, I think I said we would let it get to 200,000, but I'm going to cut it here for time's sake. The code works very well and has had no issues. Late 2022 or early 2023. That's a little... I think they'll do it this year. Let's let that burn finish. And we are in orbit. Beautiful. All right, and that's a pretty accurate 99.7 kilometers. That's as accurate as I could get in orbit. So that is the Delta IV Heavy made by Chaotic Graviton, and it is excellent in its detail and level of attention. I mean, just everything about it is very well executed. It does lag a machine to heaven and back. So I wouldn't suggest trying to mess around with it unless you've got a gaming computer that's ready to handle the load. Mine can handle it, but only barely. So this is the Sky Telescope, Deep Sky Telescope by Excalibur Aerospace, which it is a very nice looking rocket, or not a rocket, but a satellite. It's the same guy who made the Hermes that we tested at the very beginning. So we're going to go ahead and launch this. We'll put it in Drew orbit, 300 kilometer Drew orbit. There it is. All right, so we are here. Excalibur, you're still in the chat, so walk me through this if there's anything I need to know about this craft. Chat on screen vanished? I'm seeing it. It's right there. I think it's fine. Okay, let's point it at something, huh? Let's target something. No, I don't want to bring up the landing UI. Go away. Let's point it at Silero. Target Silero. Do I just point it at target like that? I would assume so. Camera telescope view. There we go. So that's the telescope view. Check description. Discount James Webb left my ass off. Yeah, it is certainly inspired by James Webb. Let's look at. I didn't actually pull up. I'm just copying the links. I don't go to the web page when I grab these. So if there's something in the description of these, I am missing it, and I apologize. But we are pointing it in the right direction at least. So let's take a look. We are looking at Silero right now. It's just a still image of stars in the background. I guess we can't even maneuver this thing a little bit too, huh? It's got some fine tuning. Okay, so I'm going to pull up the website. Slider, is it one of the sliders? It's usually a slider. Controls the field of view on these things. Locked down, locked up. Deep Sky Telescope. Translate forward to zoom in. Translate. Translate. Yes. Of course. Why didn't I think of that? Camera. Point it in the right direction again. Forward. There we go. Yeah, that's okay, hold on. Can't control. Target Silero again, please. Okay. There it is. All right, zooming in. Zooming in on Silero. Oh, it's out of focus. Oh no! Oh no! Oh no! And it's off the screen. We can zoom out a little bit and try and catch it. Yeah, if I even try, it's gonna freak out. No. Let's try something else. Let's try Luna. Or actually, no. We could do Luna, but we could also do TT. Let's target a much closer but much smaller body. Okay, can we are pointing at it. Docking port, telescope view. Are we pointing at it? I think we're supposed to be. We're just like a little off. How much do I love this game? I love this game a lot. That is why I have a YouTube channel about it. Okay, there's TT right there. Oh, it's like we're on the wrong side of it. It's orbiting. We can watch it orbit. Okay. That's pretty cool. I like this satellite a lot. It looks really good. It really does look really good. I do like it. Actually, I noticed this little instrument here is just a bunch of interstages linked together, but it looks really nice. I really, really like how that looks. You've got like a little solar panel down here, which is more like almost looks like a radiator setup or something. You do have like this docking port, which I don't know if that's supposed to be a docking port or if it's supposed to be like another telescope, but it looks really good. I like the mirror setup, nice and shiny blocks. It all just looks really good. This is a very well executed telescope. The one thing I would say is the mirror blocks are like cubes, which is kind of silly. Oh, but you actually used the block part, so that I guess makes sense. Yeah, that makes sense. Cool. I like it. I like it. We're going to go ahead, undo, and exit. And we're going to pull up the next craft. We have the Red 9DS by CTSFO. Next, we're going to go ahead and give it a shot to see what it is. All right, so this is a more standard launch vehicle. I'm going to go ahead. We'll pull up the website page while we launch it. Deep space version of the Red 9. Red 9 light lift. Okay. We probably don't want to launch it from from orbit though. Relaunch from the launch pad, please. Thank you. All right, here we go. Sorry for not coming in earlier. Dude, you don't have to apologize for coming in when you come in. I'm just glad to have you here now. All right, so we are already off with this thing. It didn't give me any instructions on how to fly it, but it is very loud. I'm going to turn that down a little bit. There we go. I can hear myself think now. Yeah, no instructions on what the activation groups do, so I'm not going to touch them. I'm just going to fly it. How much time have I played SimpleRockets 2? 1,400 hours. 144. So a lot of time. I've played this game a lot. And I'm still bad at it. That's the crazy part, is I've played this game a lot and I'm still not very good at it. I just pretend to be good for your entertainment purposes. Okay, we are... First stage is expired. Second stage is being deployed. That is a very, 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 very red rocket. Yeah, I turned the volume down. I hope that wasn't any more ear rapey for me. Or, I hope that it was no more ear rapey for you as it was for me. That was a very loud, lot of rocket engines on that rocket. A lot of noise. Okay, we are at our apoapsis. We're going to go ahead and burn into orbit. And we're in orbit. All right. Yep. We're in orbit. This is a rocket. I like it. Flies well. It's got a lot of power. The like extreme redness is a little overwhelming. You know, you can turn the emission down on the red, but yeah, I like it. I like the satellite here. Let's deploy the satellite and select it. Take control of it. This is a cute little CubeSat. I like the antenna. We got a little camera on it too. Oh, nice. We got a second stage camera. That's pretty nice looking. Like watching the world fly by there. And here is our payload camera right there. All right. Fun, quick, short little rocket. I do like it. You can access that one on the crafts channel of the Integrated Space Systems Discord server as well. We're going to start the next one. This next one is from Lawrence. It is the JL Aerospace Trans 2 Airport. And I immediately think, when I'm looking at this, SR-71 Blackbird. I definitely think it's inspired by the SR-71. There's definitely some key differences. This is not an SR-71 Blackbird. One, it's a commercial jet, which is cool. Does it have an interior? Nope, that's okay. Mobile SR2 go brr. Yeah. This is actually gorgeous. I want to say first off, this is a beautiful plane. I love the multicolor wings. I love the layout. The windows look very convincing. And it looks like you've just got individual parts for these. Very well done. I mean, everything about this is super sleek and elegant, and I like it already. 289 parts. So that's the other thing. Here's what I think is a more clear show of skill than like a super detailed parts. Now, that Delta IV Heavy is obviously incredible. And it's super like high fidelity, true to life, very realistic, and that's awesome. But there is something about building a craft that looks almost as good. Like this airplane here looks really good, and it's less than 300 parts. And that deserves some applause. So Lawrence, I love it already. It looks good. Let's see if it actually flies well. You said it's subsonic, so that's somewhat disappointing if this is a subsonic plane, because it has everything about this screams that it should be supersonic for sure. Let's see what it's capable of doing. Those are huge engines. Are these not afterburners? There's no afterburner on it. Well, why didn't you put afterburners on it, bud? The vertical control surface being just one continuous piece, I kind of... that's a big flap right there. All right, let's lock it. Let's get up to altitude. Yeah, this is not very powerful, I will admit. It's beautiful. Let's see how it flies. Let's take it out. Let's fly it for real. You know what? This makes me want to try making my own version of this, or similar in style. I really do like how you taper the cockpit down so it's seamless with the control surfaces. The logo's cool. How'd you do this logo? Are these just 4 different parts? Yeah. Well, that's like half your parts right there is just in the logo. Is just me? Deltlead's camera getting less and less saturated. Oh, you know what it is? I started this live stream. There's a window right behind the camera, and the blinds are shut on the window, but some light leaks through. When I started this live stream, it was sunset, and the sun was right there. So there was a lot of light coming through the blinds, and now there's not, and it's just my 2 studio lights in here now. So the lighting did change. You're not crazy. There's an actual reason for that. You can try the activation group 2 slider 1 for a nice gentle trim. Let's pull up our activation groups. Trim on slider 1. Okay, yeah. Just gives it a little trim. I'm gonna take that off. You can do automatic pitch trim on the pitch slider, which is what I usually do. But I think, if I understand this correctly, this trim is less powerful, right? Maybe it's more powerful. There we go. We're level. We've got nice level flight. Let's go through the cameras. Let's see what cameras he's laid out for us. That's a good one. Same on the other side. Nice wing cameras. Fuselage camera. Bottom of the fuselage camera. Very nice. Okay, and this is the stationary flyby. Beautiful. All right. We've got landing lights. We've got regular lights. There it is. Now we can see that pulsing. I was wondering where that was. Really need some afterburners. You know what? Here's what we're gonna do, Lawrence. I usually don't mess around with other people's crafts on the live stream. I'm just gonna see what difference afterburners would make on this thing, because this has all the trappings of a SR-71 Blackbird, but none of the satisfaction of an SR-71 Blackbird. It's got a high bypass engine. Yeah, very high bypass engine. Let's just turn the afterburner off on both of those and see what happens. I do like the extra trim setting in slider 1. That's nice. Plane name. What is the name? I read it and then I forgot it. The JL Aerospace. It's the Trans 2 prototype. Okay, throttle up and launch. And we'll fly it from here. Go ahead and give me some trim. There we go. Looking good, looking good, looking good. Needs ram intakes. Yeah, maybe. Let's go ahead and withdraw our landing gear there. Turn our lights on. And take some trim off now. Alright, so we're getting a little bit more speed out of this. Yeah, I would guess that this is geared specifically for high efficiency, long distance flight and not supersonic flight. So even with afterburners, we're getting a little bit more power out of it, but not like crazy amounts. We're supersonic now, slightly supersonic. Yeah, it might be fun to do a supersonic one. I like the intent of the original one. I like it as is. I think this is a great plane. Man, it's pretty. I really like how pretty it is. It just looks about as good as I could think to make a plane, honestly. So I'm going to go ahead and leave it there for that one. That was a good one. If you want to fly it yourself, I highly recommend you do. It controls beautifully. Go ahead and give it a flight. We're going to move on to the next one. This one's by Too Clear Nako. Work in progress. Spawn in space, not atmosphere, unless you like lots of drag. No landers right now. Give it a test flight. Recommend using the warp drive for small distance flights. Okay, so this is called Diana, and it looks like a warp-capable interplanetary interstellar craft, if I had to guess from his description. Yep. So there's our big old warp ring. I like the warp ring. I think this looks really good. Oops, and I broke it already. Go back. Thank you. Yeah, all right. Let's see. I like the attention to detail on those panels. Yeah, go ahead. Guys, go upvote all the crafts that I've tested tonight. Share some love. Upvote other people's work. Let them know you like it. We're going to go ahead and test out this one. This one's called Diane. We're going to launch it from 300 kilometers up. Right there. Let's give this guy a shot. Too Clear Nako is me, Nova Aerospace. Cool. Nova, let's test your craft out then. All right. What? Oh. Oh, look at that. Look at that. That's pretty right there. I like that. No, Excalibur, yours isn't a toy. Yours is cool too. Both of these are good. I would rate these pretty much close to equal in quality. Definitely different vibes going for both of these. What I do like, yeah, radiator panels. Those are maybe a little brighter than radiators should be. I don't think radiator panels are supposed to be quite that bright, but that is very nice. Little black body radiation right there. Radiative heat transfer, keeping your engines cool. I like the attention to detail here with these spokes. Those look really good. The antenna looks really good. Everything about this looks really good. I don't know how to fly it. It has an Alcubierre drive, though, and that always gets me excited when I see Alcubierre drive on something. Okay, so we've got it going. Let's turn off the gravity rings, because I feel like that's going to break. Yeah, the emission, that is an example of the emission setting in the paint tool being used properly right there. Okay, we're going to lock our heading. Alcubierre drive on. Yep, that got us moving. Woo! We are going fast now. All right, let's put ourselves on a course, right? Let's do Eurodose, because that's the farthest thing away. Lock it. Lock ourselves on target. Okay. All right, we are flying towards it now. Let's time warp. Just, oh, sorry, I was not talking there for a second. I was just trying to figure this out. All right, we are flying real quick towards our destination. I think the center of mass might be a little off. Yeah. Okay, there we go. We are on a direct course for Eurodose, and we're just now going to coast towards it. I mean, we're literally flying in a straight line towards Eurodose right there. Ion thrusters in movies be like, yeah. I remember in Star Trek they were like, sir, they have ion thrusters. This technology is beyond us. Ion thrusters are super lame usually. Okay, let's kill our speed. Oh, too much speed killed. Too much speed was killed just now. Okay, there we go. So I see a warp decelerator. I don't know how that's going to work, but I'm going to assume... Oh. They are in the opposite direction of my point. Okay, so they're retrograde engines. Gotcha. Retrograde engines. I can handle retrograde engines. So we're going to go ahead and decelerate ourselves now to non... I did it again. Come on. To non-relativistic speeds. We're moving too quick is the problem. And there's just too much power in these engines. Here we go. Warp decelerator. We're at 1,800 kilometers per second, which is muy quick. Muy quick. But we're slowing down now. We're at 1,000 kilometers per second. Okay. We're at 200 kilometers per second now, which is, I guess, a more reasonable speed. 100 kilometers per second. We're almost there. Yeah, we're almost there. 40,000 meters per second now. We're moving at more like a normal, rational speed, I guess. Let's point this way. And then we do have other engines. So these are just chemical rockets, I guess. Yeah, we've got some chemical rockets here for once we're in the sphere of influence of a planet. So we're going to point ourselves kind of semi-retrograde, but also towards the planet slightly. And bring our apoapsis in. Almost there, almost there. The screen's glitching out because we've got a bunch of different orbit lines that are all conflicting. Okay, there we go. We're pointing retrograde now, and we will time warp. Time warp around a little bit more. Oh, we've got a... Do we have another intercept here? Oh, we do. Well, since we're already going to intercept another planet, we might as well watch that. Who are we about to... We're about to run into someone. What are we about to run into? Taurus! We're going to visit Taurus. Perfect. All right, we're going to visit Taurus here real quick on accident, everyone. So here comes Taurus. Taurus is the yellow planet, I believe. Do I have the overload mod? No, I'm currently not running the overload mod. Eurytos is a gorgeous planet. I do love it so much. It might be my favorite planet. I also like, as far as planets in game, Sergeia is actually really cool, and I like it a lot. Okay, let's go ahead and put ourselves in orbit around Taurus. Now that we're here, that's as good of a use of our time as any. Points mostly retrograde. Just point retrograde. Time warp. And untime warp and throttle down. There we go. Yeah. So I would imagine you want to transfer as much heat away from your fusion reactor to space as possible. So that makes sense why you'd want radiators. There's Taurus. Taurus is a very thickly atmosphered planet there. All right, I'm going to leave that one here. We're going to undo and exit. That was the Diane by Too Clear Nako, which, if you're wondering if I'm saying that right, I absolutely am. It's Too Clear Nako, not Nuclear Taco. You would think Nuclear Taco, but nope, Too Clear Nako. We're going to do 2 more tonight. Maybe. We might have time for a third. We've got from Disappeared Completely. It's called the NXS Star Hauler. It's an average. He calls it an average space plane that launches from a 747 carrier. Ah, yes, I see. We've got a 747. I'm pretty sure this is actually just the Simple Beast from SimpleRockets. Yep, it is. And then we have a little space plane attached to it. So let's give it a go. I should get the overload mod. Tell me, what is in the overload mod? I've heard people talking about it, but I've never really looked into it. So here we have a 747 Space Edition. This is a space variant of the 747, as you can see here. It is an exo-environmental craft, we'll call it that. We're going to go ahead and launch it on a regular runway, though. Yes, upvote, Mr. Melancholy. Thank you. Thank you for upvoting. Everyone else, please do upvote all these crafts. I really would like this community to be one that promotes and encourages other creators. So yeah, if you see a craft on here, upvote it. If I like it, you should like it, because as far as I'm aware, all of your opinions assimilate to mine. And whatever my opinion is the official state of this channel. So if I like a craft and upvote it, you should also upvote it. Alright, we are off the ground. This thing is controlling rather nicely for a relatively low flight speed. We're going to go ahead. Well, we're probably not going to fly at 6 times speed, because apparently it doesn't like that. Is there a way to... Maybe not. Oh, we're out of fuel. Okay, we're going to go ahead and launch. That 747 is just going to have to figure out what it's going to do when it gets back down. Let's go ahead and pitch this guy up. Its control surfaces are freaking out. Hold on. While we're flying this, let's go to the autopilot real quick and look at... Turn the derivative down. Turn the derivative down. Okay. That's just going to keep freaking out. Launched around 7,000 meters. Well, we didn't get to 7,000 meters before our plane ran out of fuel, so we're going to launch it a little lower than its mission envelope calls for, but then we're going to fly it as normally as possible here. So we are flying up. I'm going to level us off a little bit. And now we are flying inverted. Oh, okay. Now that we've kind of escaped the lower atmosphere, we are getting a little bit more rational performance out of our engines. We're going to level it off completely. It is struggling to stay on course here. Come on, RCS thrusters. Do your thing. And we're suborbital. Yep, we are suborbital, folks. Well, that's okay. I wasn't entirely surprised by the fact that we didn't make it into orbit, given that we didn't launch. Turn the control surfaces off into atmospheric gliding or flight. Yeah, there isn't a... I thought that's what Activation Group 3 would do, because that's what I would set it to, but there isn't an activation group for the control surfaces. And we're using the multi-directional RCS, which is the worst RCS in my opinion. They do technically work, but I have some troubles with them. They're not great. Point up, please. Yeah, so it controlled fine in flight. Didn't have quite enough fuel. Like, it managed to stay on its trajectory fine. The control surfaces are a little wonky. I'm going to turn off integral. There we go. Okay, so we're about on vector now. Let's see how the re-entry handles. Okay, we are along our prograde path. And we are going to fly this thing down manually. Let's see, we are coming down into the ocean, but I think my goal is to get us onto that northern peninsula there. I think we've got the glide capabilities to make it to that northern peninsula. So that's what I'm going to shoot for. And we are flying hands-free at this point. We'll go to the chase view here. Deal with some re-entry heat. I don't think we're going quite fast enough for the re-entry heat to kill us, but I'm going to pitch up as best as I can here. Try and bleed some heat. What's our temperature? Yeah, we are taking damage. This may kill us. Re-entry may kill us here. Yeah, we're gonna die in re-entry. 80. Here comes the re-entry damage. Boom. There's the rest of it. All right. Well, it was controlling okay, but yeah, we would have even had the glide soap, but it doesn't have anything to compensate for re-entry heat, and that's gonna be a bit of an issue with your space planes. So here's a little tip for space planes. So there is a heat shield part, but you can't really adjust the shape of it all that well, especially for wing shapes. So here's what you can do. You can go to the Tinkerpell. I know. And I know you can toggle the parts. I just didn't want to toggle because there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 different control surfaces here that I wasn't going to manually toggle. And that was really the issue. The issue was the heat shield. So what you can do is you can actually assign heat shield to parts. So I have done space planes in the past where I'll give the wings and the outer fuselage heat shield. Just like 200 or 300, which is just enough to get them through the atmosphere. So I would recommend doing that. If you're building a space plane, give your parts some heat shield. It's important to survive re-entry. Next up, we're going to do a World War I fighter plane. The Yukilov Tarantel 2 by Alex. Alex, you are still in the live stream, I believe. So here is your plane. We're going to go ahead and give it a go. It looks nice. This is a, World War I biplane. I like the look. It looks better than my biplane. There's definitely a lot of effort was put into this. A lot of attention to detail. I like the cockpit. I like how everything's laid out. Maybe a missed opportunity to throw some gauges down, but that's okay. And you know what we're gonna do real quick? I said earlier I don't like modifying people's stuff, but we're going to make a modification here. We're gonna put a machine gun, this giant freaking gun here. We're not gonna put it there though. We're gonna put it. We'll put it high on the wings because I think there was some World War I planes that had guns high on the wings like that. Let's see. Let's make it a 12 millimeters. That's 50 cal basically. Take the length down to 1.5. It doesn't need to be super long. All right. Throw some machine guns on your World War II biplane or your World War I biplane. If you can make it past initial heat, you can glide really well at lower speeds. Yeah, that much I had guessed with that space plane, especially with the big wing profile. Is the propeller going to turn? That's a very slow propeller you got there. Is there an activation group? Ah, yes, there is an activation group. Okay. Oh, look how cute. All right, it really does have a low airspeed requirement here. All right, so we are in the air in this little World War I style biplane, and we've got machine guns on it. How neat is that? Yeah, this thing is slow. But it's doing okay. All right, let's strafe a building, huh? All right, here we go. We're in the first-person view. Let's get rid of the HUD. So we're just looking at it as the pilot would. Let's come around. Oh no! Did I put a tether down? I don't want to put a tether down. There we go. Hold on. Real quick, grappling hook disable. Thank you. All right, let's get some. Let's get some speed going and let's swing around here. Let's strafe the vehicle assembly building. Pull up. Where is it? There it is. There she is. All right, almost there. Hit your APC with the guns. I think we deleted the APC. Didn't we? Did we not? Oh, you know what? Let's do that though. End flight. Undo and exit. I'm gonna save this real quick, and then I'm going to let's like launch a plane. All right, let's save this first. Yep. Okay, and then new craft or no, cancel. Not a new craft. Just load. Simple heavy. We'll launch the simple heavy on the launch pad. We're gonna blow up a rocket. Launch it on the launch pad. We're not blowing up the APC. How many more builds, by the way? I think we can do 1 or 2 more tonight. Yeah, press F to grapple. I realize it's press F to grapple. End flight, save and exit. It's also press F to shoot the guns in this mod, so I had to disable the grapple mechanic for my pilot guy. Okay, now we're going to load the shoot, what was it called? Shoot, I forgot what it's called. The Yukilov Tarantel. Okay, so it's YU. There it is. This guy, and let's actually let's paint the barrels that I threw on this guy over. There we go. Okay. Oh no! Shoot, I did this wrong. Hold on. I launched at the launch pad, so it's gonna delete the Delta Heavy. No. Yeah. No. End flight. Undo flight. Undo and exit. You can disable the tether. How? Yeah, so I'll show you here as soon as I select the correct launch location. Select and launch from runway 13. Yeah, it's not too hard. All you got to do is select the astronaut, and when you control the astronaut directly, before you take control of the astronaut, you can disable or enable things on him. It's like I can zoom in on this guy. Disable. I'll leave running on, and then take control of it. Where is? Ooh, there's a lot of torque on that motor. Right, get it off the runway. I think the Delta Heavy is still there this time. Yeah, that's got to be it over there. Okay, so we did respawn it. Let's fly a little closer to it and see if we can't strafe a rocket there. Oh, hold on. That was too much field of view. I want like 75. There we go. All right, so we've got our field of view settings. We're gonna fly over to the rocket over there. Yeah, that's it. That's it right there. Oh, that's a hit. Look at that. Yeah, that is a shot rocket. Let's see if we can hit the part in the air. Let's see if we can hit the part in the air. Oh, come on. Strafe it. Strafe it for me. Strafe it. Strafe it. Come on, come on, come on, come on. Oh, come on. Oh, man, it's all dead now. I kind of want to put missiles on a World War I biplane. Okay, let's redo that actually, and we're gonna try that again. But I'm gonna get a little closer to the rocket before I shoot at it, because the problem. I mean, that was cool that I managed to hit it from so far away, but we didn't get to really enjoy the explosion because I hit it from so far away. So let's try that again. I'm gonna do the same thing I just did. Man, that engine torques it a lot. Get off the ground. All right, we're off the ground. We're back on the ground. Are we okay? We might not have been going fast enough for that to damage us. This thing's kind of ridiculous. Come on. We're still going maybe just a little too slow. Come on. Get in the air. All right, we're in the air now. Now we just got to make it over to the other launch pad, but this thing is kind of hard to control at 6 times speed. Okay, so now we're closer now. We're reasonably close. I'm not going to start seriously strafing it until maybe we're past those radar dishes. That's when I'm going to start really lighting it up with the machine guns. But we're kind of locked on it right now. Yeah, that should be about it. Oh, got it on the ricochet. Yeah, that's a better explosion to watch. Blew that thing sky high. All right, let's get those last bits. I see another fuel tank on the ground that's still not totally destroyed there. Got a piece. Got another piece. Nice. I love how slow this thing flies. You can just strafe things so easily. All right. That was fun. That was a fun little plane. I like this plane a lot. Give that a upvote. That is a fun little plane. Machine guns not included. Are there any other... What is the next one up? Alex submitted one. We have from Captain D, Astra 3.3 rocket, full recreation. The strong back is slider 1. Not gonna lie, sometimes breaks. LOL. Okay, so we're gonna launch this guy. Oh, my nose has been itching this live stream. Oh, what is this? Oh, it's a launch camera. Okay, so there's a strong back here. I see. And then we have Astra, the Astra rocket. This is a recreation of the Astra rocket, which is a real rocket. Looks good. Looks reasonably good. I don't know exactly what the Astra rocket is, but so I'm going to assume that this is fully accurate. And we're going to go ahead and put it on the launch pad. We'll put it on launch pad, the large launch pad. Is it possible to do what you do in simple planes and anchor a missile to a block when it launches? It acts as an engine. Well, there really isn't missiles in SimpleRockets 2. No, I'm not sure. You might be able to. I don't know. Give it a shot. Yeah, this looks really good. I like how this looks on the launch pad. That reflective, man. SimpleRockets got the reflections right. That's one thing they certainly did right. There's no other activation groups here. It said slider 1 for the strong back, I think. Slider 1. Oh, it even has a little tether. Is that going to come off? Okay, so that's all the way out. That's as far as that goes. Something is broken there. I feel it. There we go. Okay, so it released. And get off the pad. Oh, shoot. Okay, let's relaunch that. That didn't work. As in with the weapons mod, yeah. So the missiles in the weapons mod, you can attach them directly to the side of a fuel tank. As soon as you activate them, they will like fly away. So no, I'm gonna say no. That's not gonna work. Okay, let's see if this will work. This rope's a little glitchy. It come on, it's gonna clip it again. I can feel it. It's gonna clip it again. Come on. Yeah, it's stuck on the... Yeah, alright. Dang it. Okay, let's try and salvage this. This looks really good. This looks really good. Unfortunately, we're just having a couple of issues here. The strong back is too realistic, and the realism is breaking it. Yeah, almost like the real one. I remember Astra was the... Oops, I did not mean to do that. Undo that. Undo that, please. Okay. Yeah, Astra was like the new rocket startup company that had an engine out on launch, right? Like it was short one engine, so it got stuck on the launch pad and didn't like quite fully lift off properly. I believe that was an Astra's rocket that did that. Okay, we're basically gonna disassemble this and see if we can't launch it without the strong back. There it is. That's the critical part right there. There's a lot of parts on this. Jeez. There we go. There we go. Okay, that was most of it. Yeah, cool idea. Sadly, a little poor execution with the strong back there. No offense. It just, that clearly wasn't working out right. So we're gonna fresh start it. I think that is all of the parts. Okay, so we're just down to the rocket now. We're gonna launch it again without the strong back. And give it a go. Activate Windows after the stream. You should get the overload mod. What does the overload mod do? Tell me about it. Sell me on it. Sorry, I just kicked my trash can under the table. There we go. All right, Astra moment. Astra moment avoided. The rocket works this time, and very nicely. This is a very, very nice looking rocket, I must say. We are going. It is. It's rotating a little bit here. Let's throttle down, lock on an orbital heading, and just fly it out there. It is still, we are still rotating, It's an XML editing mod. Oh, yes, I know, I know what overload is. Never mind. Yeah, I don't have it, but I do know what you're talking about. You can edit XML files of parts in game. Yep. Yeah, Astra do be spinning right now. Let's try and get it to not spin like that, please. Por favor. Let's see, non-nominal flight profile we've achieved. There we go. Alright, now we're pitching over. ISS doesn't do Tinker or XML, so that's not entirely true. I do it on occasion, but only when warranted. Alright, we are like losing control of this thing. Why? I didn't do that. That wasn't me. That was, Mr. Melancholy broke the rocket. Everyone blame Mr. Melancholy in the comments. He crashed the rocket just now. Yeah, I'm aware of XML editing. I've done it before. I've built things that are XML edited. I've built things that use the Tinker panel. Only when warranted. If I'm trying to build like an actual rocket, like a real rocket, then I try to stay away from Tinker panel except for aesthetic parts. And the reason I try to stay away from it is it's cheating. I mean, it's cheating is what it is. If you're using it for aesthetic parts, like I will add an aesthetic part to a rocket and then like make it massless, get rid of the drag, so it's just for visuals, but it has no impact on performance. That's one thing. But I do not do XML if I'm building a real rocket for a real mission, because it's cheating and defeats the purpose of the challenge. We're gonna skip ahead. I see several crafts that got put in here tonight. We're gonna grab one more. Another one by Two Clear Nako. Actually, we'll do two more. We'll do Two Clear Nako's Inquisitor, which you're looking at right now, which I wanted to look at because it looks cool, and I see a linear arrow spike on it, and that makes me curious what he's up to with a linear arrow spike. Let's give it a shot, huh? Alright, launch it. You broke the Bluey rocket. Damn it, Melancholy. It's all his fault. It's all his fault, guys. It's not my fault. I don't know what the deal was with that rocket. It broke. Hey, this is a lot of thrust. Okay, let's throttle down. Wow, that's got some oomph. Lock, and let's roll. We'll go belly up. Man, that's got some oomph to it. We are hauling ass right now. That is a very powerful rocket. Let's turn RCS off. Don't need RCS right now. I'm going to lock on an orbital trajectory, throttle down even more, and we will let that coast. This is pretty. I like how this looks. One, I think the wings did a good job with the wings. This is a great submission. The linear aerospike. I see what you did with the engines for the linear aerospike. It's obviously not a linear aerospike because that's not what the exhaust plume looks like on an aerospike engine, but it looks pretty good overall. I see what was being attempted, and I respect what was being attempted here. We are in space. We have no batteries or gyroscopes, it looks like, so I'm going to just use time warp. There we go. No pitch control. Hello. Yeah, no pitch control, so that's a bit of an issue. Huh. I was really thinking there'd be pitch control. Cargo bay looks good, though. I like that. No gimbal used the RCS. We're almost out of RCS fuel, though. We'll give it a shot. Shut the cargo bay. Okay, there we go. Yeah, I just turned the RCS off. Belay what I said about the no pitch control. There is pitch control. It has almost too much power on the engine, so Jesus. Linear aerospikes would be nice, but I don't think they're needed. It would be nice to have. So this is an XML modded and tinkered craft. Yeah. This is a tinkered craft. What is this way? Alright. So here's an example. I like this craft, and I'm not going to criticize it too hard, because I do like it. But this isn't realistic. This is a cheating craft. But he set out to build something that looks over realism. So here's how you can tell if something's XML edited. This craft part right here, this fuel tank, is a mass of 4,102 kilograms. Or hold on, where is... Actually, better yet, let's just look at the craft mass. 164,000 kilograms total mass of the craft. This fuel tank, or set of fuel tanks, has 4.8 million kilograms, though. So there's 4.8 million kilograms of fuel fitting in 164,000 kilograms of parts. So that's tinkered, right? Like, that's obviously tinkered. Mass scale set to 0 on multiple fuel tanks. It's a cheaty craft, but it looks really pretty. It looks really pretty. If you could do it without cheating, it would be a lot cooler. I do like it. It's a little cheaty. So we're gonna move on to we could do the Supersonic Trainer. I think the last one we're gonna do for tonight's live stream. This is by Yuri's Second Cow, and it is a Supersonic Trainer aircraft, I'm gonna guess. Aww. How cute. It's tiny. Wow, that is a small plane. All right, let's give it a go. Yeah, I mean, that's... So Nova said, Minecrafts are not meant to be super realistic. That's totally fair. You know what? That is totally fair. Like, if you want to build super futuristic, super science fiction, fun things, and that's what you enjoy doing, cool. I mean, like, there's no shame in that. I don't usually do that. That's not what I like to do in the game. But that doesn't mean other people can't or shouldn't do it. We're just gonna launch from here, because why not? Let's see if we can get it off the ground. Hey, we can get it off the ground. Ooh, this thing's a little too zippy. We've got a lot more roll control than we need. Okay, so this is a sign right here. I'm just holding down the Q button. This is a sign that your control surfaces may be overpowered. This is... Oh, that actually was a perfect turn, too. Beautiful. Do we have any control groups that I need to know of? We can just pop the canopy off right there. And we're flying first person point of view. Ready? Here we go. Nauseating factor in 3, 2, 1, go! Yeah, look at us. Okay, that's too much. That's too much. All right. Okay, hold on. We're gonna, real quick, we're gonna fix this. Alex, you should make more rockets. This is a rocket building game. You should make more rockets. If you're ever wondering, have I made enough rockets? The answer is no. Make more rockets. Are these tweaked? No, no, that's not edited at all. Yeah, it's mass scaled down a little bit. That's fine. That's not abuse of the system. So here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna scale those down a whole bunch. Which I don't know why there's two. Let's get rid of one of them. And then we're gonna mirror that over. Okay. I sense a gyro in play. I don't know if it's a gyroscope. It might be. It looks more like it's just super powerful engines on a very, very, very lightweight craft. How much does this weigh? About as much as a small two-door car. Yeah, that's more what I was expecting to see. Okay, so that hopefully will be a little bit more reasonable. We're off. There we go. You see? Now that rolls slower, but I can actually control it. This is SimpleRockets 2, but we are flying planes in SimpleRockets 2. That's fine. You can tell this is SimpleRockets and not Simple Planes, because if I fly up and then we look out towards the horizon, you actually see a horizon, like a real horizon, and you can see like mountains in the distance. And in Simple Planes, it just stops rendering, and it's super ugly. And I don't like Simple Planes all that much. I don't think it is the superior platform. You can bite me if you want. Yeah, there's no Simple Planes 2, just SimpleRockets 2. All right, so let's get up to altitude here and let's cruise. We could fly out to the desert. Oh, let's fly to the desert base. Yeah, let's do that. We're gonna fly out to the desert base in this little guy going 700 meters per second. Where is the desert base? I'm flying the wrong way. It's over the ocean. Fly this way. Desert base. Lock on target. Don't crash, please. Thank you. Nice. Okay, we're gonna go back to 1 times the speed of the game, and we're gonna put us on a trajectory there and lock our heading. Now we're gonna fly 7 times speed. Okay, so we're cruising now, cruising at altitude towards the desert base. I wonder if there will ever be a Simple Planes 2. I would say no, because it wouldn't make sense to build a Simple Planes 2. They just rolled it into SimpleRockets. Very bad graphics. Yeah, well, the graphics are okay, not good compared to SimpleRockets. The builder in Simple Planes is I don't understand how to use it for the life of me. It's like a different language. So we're going maybe a little too high here. Whoa. Okay, let's get back down into the atmosphere. There, we're controlling a little bit more stably here. Yeah, there's never going to be a Simple Planes 2. Well, I'm not going to say never. There probably won't be a Simple Planes 2. It wouldn't make sense. SimpleRockets is the new Simple Planes. That's it. That's the end of the discussion. That's what it is. SimpleRockets rolls all of the features of, well, not all of the features, most of the features of Simple Planes into a better version. Okay, so we have control of our guy here. There's the desert base. I'm going to throttle way down. And we do have air brakes, don't we? No, we don't on this. I'm going to throttle way down. Okay, so there is the base. there. We're going a little too fast. I'm gonna bleed some speed with some high G maneuvers. Let's turn that off. There we go. Okay, we're gonna bleed off some speed. Some rolls, some flips, some loops. Okay, we're going 264. Deploying landing gear. Let's see if we can do this. I did a video practicing landing, so I should be able to do this, right? We are decelerating nicely. We're only going 200 meters per second now. This thing is super jittery to control, though. Here we go. Okay, pull up. 150 meters per second and decelerating. Looking good, looking good. Pull up, pull up. Pull up. That's down. That's down. Brakes. Yep, that's down. We're going to throttle all the way up so the engines are running in reverse. To kill our speed, and we are down. Whoa, 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 whoa. Okay, the engine's freaked out for a second there. Now we are down. Let's EVA out of our cockpit here. Let's see if I can't. Maybe I can walk on this wing and ride it, because this weighs. Oh, it worked. Except Okay, now we're tilted the other way. Hold on. Shut the canopy. Let's see if I can't. I almost had it there. Hold on. Get up. Bounce, bounce, bounce. Hey, there it is. All right, we flipped it over the plane. That is a fun little plane. It's got a goofy tail section for sure. Like, it literally is just a stub of a tail. But you know what? It works. After a short little adjustment to the size of our control surfaces. Yeah, it's a fun little plane. Let's open up the canopy again. Let's get back inside it. Enter. There we go. Shut the canopy. There we go. Awesome. All right. Well, hey, guys. Thank you so much for tuning into the live stream. If you didn't see the post I made earlier on the channel, I'm starting memberships for the YouTube channel. So if you're interested in becoming a member of the channel, do look into that. It would mean a lot to me to see your guys' support. There we go. All right, we killed him. He's dead. Yep, that's dead. But it would mean a lot to see your guys' support. There's a lot of exclusive perks that come with membership. I have a little video about it that I've uploaded as well, so you guys should definitely check that out if you're interested. If you haven't already, join the Discord server. I know a lot of you guys are already on here. Everyone who submitted crafts tonight is on the Discord server, obviously, because that's where I was pulling the crafts tonight. It's a great community, great opportunity to hang out, talk with me, talk with each other. So if you aren't there already, get there now. There's a link in the description for both membership and the Discord server. So if you're interested in either, go ahead and check those links out. And I hope you guys have a great night and a wonderful week. And I will see you in the next video. Everyone here, take care and good night.